Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien. Sitting in for Paul Harvey this morning, today, Friday, June 11th, 2021. Stand by for a special commentary. Well, if Mr. Paul Harvey were alive today, he would do this commentary for people like Congressman Omar and Congressman Tlaib for being anti-Semitic. Because they're respecting not only being anti-Semitic, but respecting her own ancestors. And with Mr. Paul Harvey's permission upstairs and the boss, I'll let you know why they're disrespecting their ancestors. The common ancestors of both the Jewish and the Arab peoples were formed way back 5,000 years ago in the Caucasus. So you're really Russians, both of you, okay? Russians. Yeah, Russians. Well, so Tlaib and Omar, you two congresswomen, listen to this, and before you open your big mouth again, understand where you're coming from. 5,000 years ago, the Semetic tribe, and Semetic is a word that was formed, and it's a term that does not mean people in general. It means a certain people, and I don't mean Jewish. According to your three great religions, as you call them here on this planet, and mind you, I'm from another planet. According to your three great religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, Noah built an ark and weathered the destruction of the human race by the boss himself up there. Then he landed on Mount Ararat. Yeah, so they say, right? Turkey! Yeah. Well, anyway, according to your story, that's your story. But he probably landed somewhere in the Caucasus, I would suspect. So, going by scientific and historical records, your people, Arabs and Jews, migrated from the Caucasus about 5,000 years ago. And were migrated because of the son of Noah, Shem. And Shem led your people to present-day Mesopotamia about 4,500 years ago. And you guys propagated in those areas of Mesopotamia. And the city-states that were formed there by yours and other races. You guys come from a city called Acre, or Akkadians, as they were known. The first city of note was Sumer, about 4,000 years ago, or 6,000 years ago. 4,000 BC, because you guys left the Caucasus in 5,000 BC. So 7,000 years ago you left the Caucasus. 4,000 years ago, Sumer was started to be formed, and other cities like Acre, Ur, Nineveh, Babylon, they started forming. But the first city of note was Sumer. And Sumer ruled for over a millennia. The other city-states were developing. You Akkadians, both Jewish and Arabs, migrated to other cities. Now Shem's descendant or son, Akabak, and I hope I pronounced his name right, his descendant lived in a city called Ur, okay? And 2 millennia after they founded Mesopotamia in 4000 BCE, and 2000, about 2400 BCE, around there, Abraham left Ur with a whole bunch of groups. And he went to what is today Canaan, or Palestine. And a group stayed there. Another group went south into the Arabian Peninsula. And the third group went south into what is now Egypt. Now, mind you, in 2000 BCE, Egypt was a disaster. The Middle Kingdom had been overthrown by the Hyksos, almost, and it was just a chaotic place to be for the next couple centuries. It wasn't until 1750 BCE that things started to get a little better. 200 years later, in 1550, the new kingdom started in Egypt. And mind you, you had Semetic people there from Canaan. The other Semetic people went into Arabia and colonized most of all the Arabian Peninsula. This Senator or Congresswoman Omar and Tlaib is your ancestors. Now, your languages. The Hebrew language wasn't formed until 1000 BCE, and it was destroyed in AD 70. Then, up until the Middle Ages, most of the Jewish that were thrown out of Jerusalem spoke Aramaic. Hebrew wasn't revived until after the Israeli state became a state in 1948. And most Jewish would speak either Aramaic or Yiddish, probably Yiddish at the time of the 20th century. And you Arabs, like Tlaib and Omar, your language wasn't formed until first or to the 4th century CE, okay? Arabic. And there's a lot of different Arabics involved there. There's classical Arabic, there's modern Arabic. And most of you don't know, some of you speak one or the other in all the Arabic countries. And you all come from Ur and Acher. And the reason why you have the definition that you have today, during the 23rd century BCE, Sumer was destroyed by the Akkadian king Sargon, and he ruled with an iron fist. And this developed your way of thinking for the Arabs and the Israelis. He was the guy that brought into the world terrorism and hate. This is what you get it from. Sargon from Acher. You Akkadians. Because a lot of you were Akkadians that moved in to that, and you got, some of you came into the Canaan and South that were a century earlier populated by Abraham and his descendants. So you see, Congresswomen Tlaib and Omar, every time you defamate the anti-Semitic against the Jews, you're actually doing it against yourselves. Because your two people are so intertwined, it's ridiculous. And your languages were once one. For the most part, you all spoke a Semitic language related to Acher and related to Ur, but really related to Sumer, okay? So you are Sumerians, to a sense. This is your favorite alien sitting in for Paul Harvey this morning. Next time you open your mouth about anti-Semitism, either Arabs or from any country, don't defame your ancestors. Good day.